Good evening, everybody. This is David / Asher. And of course, join me is MPX. Oop. Trying to get a few.
Sorry.
Trying to get a few things set up. So, yeah. Boop. No, I don't want ads. Ads are devils. Well, time to continue the story. I have reached out to one person to see to get some ideas for what to do after this.
Well, we still have like another 10 hours, or is it less than that?
Way less than that.
Okay.
We are not going to 100% this game. I'll be honest. It's like, we're going to get some things, but we're not going to get everything. Mostly because of the factor that it's like, that's a lot of work to do, and to be honest, there's other people that have done that, and generally I let them do whatever they do. Ah, here we go.
I cannot work in this paltry environment. How can you expect me to forge legendary weapons in these conditions? I require more sophisticated tools. All the modifications that I need to make this area cost 4,000 gold.
Easily. So, this is the final upgrade for Ryukon, which means that this will be all of the top tier weapons that we can get.
It's good to know that you appreciate quality. I'll have my shop remodeled by the time you return to the island.
We're gonna pop back into the island after a battle or two. This makes me think that we should now be able to upgrade the cannon shop. Welcome, Captain. You're going to the Great Silver Shrine, right? We'll have this place looking good as new by the time you get back. Okay. Double check. You're going to Fina's homeland? Be careful, Captain. You're going to Fina's homeland? Wow, have fun. If they have fun there, it's pretty reserved, you know? Oh, right, that's where we were going. Shit. So,
Yeah, I thought we'd still have some time.
Admittedly, I'm going to spoil something.
Yeah.
The next section of game has 0 battles in it.
Oh. Really? There's none?
There is none, and there's a good lore reason why. So let's get this party started. I thought we were going towards Dangrel Island. I was fucking wrong. I forgot. Cupel. Cupel, goddammit. Cupel, you... Alright. Goddamn jerk, Cupel. So, we have Fina's ship right here.
Mm-hmm.
All fixed up, cleaned up, shiny as can be. Admittedly, there's some people that says that the shine on this looks way better on Dreamcast. Alright, time to head.
Might be true.
Given the factor of, like, the rendering stuff, I remember us playing the Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast, and then comparing it to Sonic Adventure on GameCube, and I thought the Dreamcast one looked way better. Sadly, the Sonic Adventure Complete Edition, whatever you want to call it, that's on Steam, I think is a port of the GameCube version. So... Hang on, I'm about to increase our speed. Okay, Fina. Go as fast as you want. We'll all be okay. Alright, hang on.
Sure.
Wow, this is great. Look, Chris and I look so small from up here. So where do you think the Great Great Silver Shrine is?
The moon.
Not quite. Vice, now you get to see what lies beyond the sunset. It's much more of a low Earth orbit.
Just below the moon. Well, the silver moon, because it's not the moon.
It's the moon.
The only moon.
This is amazing. We're almost as high as the moons.
Vice, look! Over by the silver moon, there's something there. That is my home. The Great Silver Shrine.
Ominous turn.
And yes, we are now upside down, technically. As you saw, like, when I swapped to the non-first person view, the camera janked a little bit. Hey, VX, it's your favorite sound. Random foot noises. It's not as good as the potato chips from, Deus Ex. And yes, it is kind of, still using the standardized controls. It's just so weird on how they do the things. Each of these doors lead to a bedroom. However, they're all empty now. I don't even know if most of the doors still work. It's been so long since any of them have been opened.
Oh, this one's open.
This used to be my room. I grew up in this place. I have many fond memories of this place, but it was so lonely here. These flowers are not real. The elders made them. You see, no living creature, other than the Sylvites, lives in the shrine.
And that's why there's no battles whatsoever.
Elder Prime made this doll for me when I was a small child. He's been like a father to me for most of my life. I spent most of my childhood days in this room, playing with this doll and with Cupel.
This also implies that Cupel is not an actual living thing.
This device allows you to speak with and see people that are across vast distances. But after Ramirez left, there was nobody left for me to speak with, except for the elders. You see, Ramirez, the elders, and I are the only Sylvites left. The elders said there's no point in having more people here than is necessary, but for some reason, I always felt lonely here.
And yes, we actually do have to go check a couple things because they've hidden chests in these areas.
This is a bed? Yeah, that's pretty neat. Comes right out of the wall. You can see outside, but there's no window. And it's not a mirror. How does it do that? This is Ramirez's old room. He lived here before he joined with Valua. Ah, man. Can't, Ramirez built this a long time ago. He's very artistic. There wasn't much that he couldn't do if he put his mind to it. When I was little, he used to make these necklaces and bracelets for me all the time. It's a model of a really old propeller-driven airship, but the level of detail on this thing is just amazing. Ramirez made it while he was still living here. He used to tell me that all he wanted to do was just sail through the vast skies of the world. It's a map of the entire world. There's smudges all over it, and there's a bunch of stuff written here in some foreign language. Ramirez used to love looking at maps. He said that it made the world look so small, and never quite understood what he meant by that. Its entire history of the world written in the holy script of the Sylvites. Ramirez used to spend his days reading this book. He was so intrigued with the little intricacies of the world. What's going on here? I can see outside. So, yeah, we get a bit of lore here. And trust me, there's no moonfish if we go out to the edge right here. Don't think...
Nothing towards the camera.
No, nothing really towards the camera, generally. I think there was, I thought there was a chest out here, but I could have been wrong. Nope. But as we can see, if we, continue going that way, that brings us back to that. So, let's go to our intended destination, this center one here. Wow, so this is what the Great Silver Shrine looks like. It's amazing. Vice, do you see that building over there? That is the Room of the Elders. It is the heart of the shrine. To get there, we must travel through the path of emptiness. But be careful, or else you might lose all sense of direction. Great. This sounds like we're going to be loads of fun. Well, I guess what we'll have to do is just not get lost, right? Come on, Vice. So, yes, there is an... this can be disorienting because, quite literally, you are constant... you cannot change the camera. It is quite literally locked behind you. And you flip around quite often. Now, there are indicators if you're on top or if you're on bottom, which basically just take a look at the railings, generally. If you're white, you're facing up. If it's black, you're on bottom. And as we saw with that pan up, we actually want to enter the shrine technically upside down than the way we entered. If the path ends, we just move on. And this is probably the area I was thinking of that had the chests.
Well, it's the most maze-like. If there's no encounters, it's like...
Yep. Can't go that way because that's a block. Silver armor. Vice the Charismatic. Silver suit of armor that has high resistance to silver attacks. Let's get him back up to proper. In this case... So, Ranchu, when did I get that one? So, Captain's Cloak. And... we'll keep you with your amulet. So this is forward because, as we can see, if we look over there, straight shot, but there's nothing there. So your look button is going to be your best bud here. Admittedly, if you've done this before, you find out it's actually fairly linear. And technically, you won't be locked out of this area for a bit. Because there will come, but generally that one is like, once you hit that point, you're locked out of a good chunk of stuff because, well, it's obviously endgame. Look at that! Remembering where all the chests are. Moonberry. We may actually be able to Moonberry everybody. Super move. Okay, we have 5 Moonberries. So. Nah. I'm gonna hold off. Went the wrong way. And sorry if anybody that gets a bit motion sickness because of this. It's like, this is just how the game is. I'm sorry. I think I don't want to go that, because that leads us straight to the door. I think we want to go this way. Yep. So, 2 silver armors. So, I think... I'm gonna give this to... Oh, hey, this can be worn by anybody. Since we know Ike is going to be in our final party, might as well give it to her for a bit. Oh wait, nope, wrong way. This way round. And now we get to meet the elders. Fina, where are we? We are in the chamber of the elders.
Fina, welcome home. This man is 2D!
Not anymore, he is.
I trust you have completed your mission.
I'm sorry. I collected the crystals, but they were stolen by Ramirez.
What?
Fina. Oh wait, Fina? Who? What is that?
So you have brought some of the island dwellers back with you. Amusing.
Yep, and all of the elders have rings doing various things.
Hey, looks like there's a bunch of them.
I see. So Ramirez has turned after all.
And when he stopped contacting us, we feared the worst.
When he was here in the shrine, he was so loyal.
Can't imagine what made him change.
If you gave the crystals to island dwellers, this is very grave news indeed.
If he has turned, he has all 6 crystals. He may release the seal on Zelos. That would be tragic.
Zelos? What's grave news? What are you talking about? Elder Prime, please, I want to know the truth. Ramirez said he was gathering the moon crystals to raise the Lost Continent, to unleash the Rains of Destruction. He told me that Sylphites called down the Rains of Destruction on the old world. Is that true? Is that what the crystals are used for?
So, young Fina, you have discovered the truth about the crystals. I suppose the time has come to tell you everything. I shall take you to the Hall of Knowledge, where you will find the truth.
Hey, what's happening to us? I don't like this! Oh no, it's the dark history from Eterna Gundam. Where are we? Vice, I don't like this. You okay? Yeah, I think so, but how about you? I'm not sure yet. I feel strange.
Hey, Fina, where'd the crazy old man go?
Also, can you tell me how to stop? Fina's the only one that's grounded. I don't know. Hey, Gilder! Nice seeing you there in the corner. I'm not sure what's going on. I've never been here before.
You are in the Hall of Knowledge. This is where you will find the Chronicles of Arcadia.
And that's when we learn that their world is quite literally Arcadia.
It is here where you may observe the events that shape the world as you know it. Look not with your eyes, but with your hearts. You will see the power of the moon crystals and witness the rains of destruction.
The symbolism. It looks like a giant island.
This is Soltis. Long ago, this continent flourished under the light of the silver moon. It was our home.
So, there was one continent for each moon, right?
You are correct. The world was at peace, and its population was thirsting for knowledge. But their leaders use their newfound knowledge to treat the Gigas. I believe you have seen what the Gigas can do firsthand. They all sought the power of the moon crystals. These 6 little gems twisted the hearts and souls of men. The world became a nightmare. 1,000 atrocities resulted in countless deaths. Even after most of the world was destroyed, the survivors sought to kill rather than heal. We watched and judged. We decided that the world could not be saved. And yes, those 6 are the 6 elders. They have survived an unknown amount of time. Given the fact that we know that the Silver Moon had the abilities over life and death, it's kind of implied that they somehow had more advanced knowledge of how to use the Silver Moon crystals to quite literally give them immortality. But, as we saw, their forms are withered and crazy elderly that they need suits to keep them mobile and to act as their bodies instead. Everything came from nothing. So to complete the cycle, we decided to destroy everything, so the world would once again be nothing. We believe that a new, peaceful world would rise from the ashes of the old. And that is Zelos. It is the most powerful Gigas, but it's also the tiniest. It's about 2 meters in diameter. Zelos, our own Gigas, was born. It was a Gigas born from nothing, but it encompassed everything. It was truly all. When we commanded Zelos to focus its energy on the moons, talk about orbital strikes. Moonstones battered the lands. The world was cleansed of evil. Zelos was the cause of the raids of destruction. When it was over, we placed Zelos in a state of suspended animation, and sealed him in the depths of Soltis with our magic. It was a magical seal so great that only the power of the 6 moon crystals together could break it. Afterwards, we sent Soltis, along with Zelos, into deep sky, where we hoped it would remain forever lost. It would remain lost forever. And as you can see, for a while there, it was slowly sinking. Actually, I think it still is sinking. Yep.
Now I think it's finally sunk. Almost.
Not quite. There's a tiny bit left. I'm not sure if it'll actually cover it.
Are we waiting for it?
I'm gonna move on a little bit. Zelos was too powerful. Never should a living soul animate him. I guess it stopped right there, pretty much.
We separated this shrine from the rest of Soltis and fled to the skies. Since the days of the old world, we have been watching the world rise from its ashes. So, this is the Great Silver Shrine. This Great Silver Shrine carried the Sylvites to safety after they destroyed the world. How convenient. You caused the rains of destruction! In the ancient days, Gundam! So now you understand the truth. Fina, when we sent you on your mission, it was not to stop Valua from using the Gigas.
Why did I think that it said Arceus Legends and you were playing Pokemon? That's an idea, Eric Foxy. That's an idea. Because I do have Arceus. Although I might wait for, ZA so we can do a different Legends.
It was once again to call down the rains of destruction.
Sounds cool. You used her. That's horrible.
Fina, you saw with your own eyes the anger, the hate, the suffering, the death. Their quest for power would only consume them. We must cleanse the world. Thrice, we see in your heart that you have helped Fina on her quest. I will allow you to stay here in the Great Silver Shrine and live in the new world we are about to create. Will you aid us?
That sounds like a
Bribe.
peachy keen idea. Who do you think you are?
The easiest choice so far to know which one gets fired follow.
Yeah. Who do you think you are? You think you can just ask us to forget everyone that we care about? You're no different from Galcian. The world isn't meeting your standards, and you feel that you can destroy it. I won't allow it. One moment, everybody. I'm gonna have to figure out, because I may actually have to ask Kage about this, because he's got his system set up that automatically catches these guys. And there we go. Is it time to kill God again? I wouldn't say time to kill God, because right now we're trying to deal with 6 very old and ancient people. No. I do not understand. Elders, you're all wrong. How can you think like this? What? Vice and the others have taught me something. I learned that no matter what happens, you have to be strong. Even if your home is burned to the ground. Even if you're facing impossible odds. And even when you don't know who to trust. You have to be strong and fight for a better future. I believe in what I have learned. As long as the people of the world have that strength in their hearts, they will be able to overcome anything. There has to be a way to return peace to the world without having to call down the rains of destruction. Fina.
I'm sorry, but that world now belongs to me.
Oh shit! Because remember, Ramirez came from the Silver Shrine. There was
And
enough.
probably had a full understanding of what the elders were planning on doing.
Full understanding. He had his own ship so that, yes, he himself could return.
And I will bring a new order to the world. And all shall bow before me.
It's Garland! Or something.
I will knock you all down.
Who are you? Oh wait, no, I have to do it in the most, like, sarcastically, like, I'll knock you all down. Sticks in the AirPods and starts listening to Creed. God damn, it's Stranger Paradise. I still want us to play that game on stream. Especially since it's multiplayer. Calcian. How did he get here? I really need to get back into SRP. I adore it, but I haven't completed the expansion stuff. Sadly, Eddie will never do it because he has stated that, oh, I did it off stream and I don't think it would work. And I'm like, why not? We could do multiplayer and have so much fun just razzing on the entire thing.
Well, unless it's like gets stuck, like the one time, which he did stream it.
Did you forget the little girl? That Ramirez is also a Sylvite? He, too, has a ship capable of reaching this place. I have come to claim the silver crystal.
That one moment is why I love Gilder. He immediately moved to protect Fina. Because he immediately thinks that, oh, they're here to grab Fina's crystal again. But remember what Ramirez said about the silver crystal.
All
What?
Sylvites have it.
All Sylvites have it. And as of right now, we have 7 of them in one place. Galcian can be a bit more open as to where he gets his crystal at this point.
Look out!
No!
Elders?
I understand your wish to mold the world into how you see fit. But you will not be the ones with the power to make that decision. Curse my elderly reflexes! Sadly, Elder Prime was not Prime.
Ramirez is much too valuable to me.
could not take the crystal from his body. I thought of taking the crystal from you, Fina, but I realized there was a much easier way of getting one. Now, the 6 crystals are in my possession. Watch as the world bows before me. Damn! Calcium! Elder Prime. Do not cry, Fina. Elder Prime is now free. He has returned to his state of nothingness. Also, all the Keen Silva elders are Keen nihilists. He has returned to nothingness. Praise be! But Ramirez has acquired all 6 of the crystals. The world will crumble before them. All is lost. No, I refuse to give up. I can't sit here and watch the people of the world be slaughtered. We will now stop them. We can't let them unleash the rains of destruction. Fina, it's hopeless. Vice, we've got to go back to Deep Sky and find Soltis. Kelsey and Ramirez must be stopped. Alright, everyone. You heard Fina. We've got to stop them. Island dwellers, if you wish, I can send you back to the entrance of the shrine. That would be great. Very well. Hold still. I don't know why it says Prime, because it's obviously somebody else. Kelsey and Ramirez.
Well, maybe his name is not Prime, but maybe Elder Prime is the leader, and somebody else has just assumed his role.
Probably. Whereas they're all named like Helios, Stout, Orbis.
Yeah, either that, or it's one of those unfortunate leftovers from when they were hurrying to finish up the game.
Yeah.
And Elder Prime technically was alive at this point.
Sam, Monsoon, Mistral, Sundowner. Wait, those are the winds of destruction. I don't think we want Jack in this game. Nor the Senator. They will probably be trying to raise Soltis from beneath the clouds soon. I don't know what will happen if they do. Nevertheless, we should hurry back. We can't waste another moment here. Hey look! It's all built back up again! Vice, I heard a rumor concerning Dangle Island a little while ago. According to my sources, Galcian's built some sort of elevator that leads down beneath the Great Cloud Sea. Do you think they built it to try and get to Soltis? Probably. And I bet they're heading there with the moon crystals as we speak. Well, then it looks like we know where we need to go. Let's try and get to Soltis through Dangle Island. We need to stop Galcian. Yep, everything's back. Including my lovely visage. Pun intended. So, since we did technically leave the island, things got rebuilt up and... Nope. It should have changed just enough that we could start doing stuff. modifications... I guess we actually have to leave and do something that isn't... going to the moon shrine. I could check one more time, but... I feel like we might somehow have glitched... poor Belle. Because I swear I was able to upgrade the shop way before this point. Well, what do you think of the island? I'm still tired from chasing the chickens all over the place. And with all the extra debris, we've had a huge bonfire at the pond. We had the best of times. I wasn't supposed to say anything about that. I told you, okay? Please don't tell anyone that you know about the bonfire. Okay, we're gonna pop out briefly to get into a fight and pop back in. Because I want to grab a couple of things before we deal with Dangrel Island. So let's get into a fight. It's fight time. Get me fights. I need me the fights.
That was easy.
Hey, a free moonberry! Okay, at this point, I could probably... no, I think there's only about one... I think only one more moonberry left. Okay, Belle, please, please allow me to upgrade you. Please. Is there something I'm missing? Have I not completely upgraded the island at this point? So, every shop that you have on the island is supposed to be able to upgrade once. So, basically, alchemists upgrade so that we get the seeds.
Maybe you're missing something else.
Yeah. Ryukon expands a bit, and we actually get forge and armor, and pretty cool looking. Now that I have an adequate forge, I can make weapons befitting of your crew. Would you like to purchase something from me? So, we're gonna talk to him again. Vice, have you heard of Velorium? It is rumored to be lighter than a feather, and harder than a diamond. Velorium, even in the hands of a mediocre swordsmith, would produce superior weapons. If you ever to acquire some Velorium, bring it to me. I will be able to craft weapons of legendary quality. You have Velorium. You are worthy of my finest blade. I shall begin forging your blade at once. This will be my greatest creation. May it serve you well. So, let's check out what he currently has. I'm not going to buy the Soul Sword. Because we'll have something way better. So these
like
are
from him or from a chest?
From him.
Oh.
So
it's sort of a trap.
technically, if you don't know, if you don't know where to get the Valorium, the Soul Sword is technically, I think, the second best sword in the game.
Oh, I thought it used the Valorium. And it's like,
Mm-mm.
oh.
Mm-mm. The Valorium will... Yeah. So, these are technically, I believe, the best weapons you can buy in the game. Obviously, you can't buy Fina's weapons because you have to get certain things. I may have to do some grinding for Fina's stuff, because I do want the Ultimate Cupel. And yes, it is called Ultimate Cupel. So, obviously, we can see here that we have the Dragon Arm, the Stone Blade, and Gilder Special. As you can see, this does imply that basically, that we will be able to select our final party member. I'm gonna get the Gilder Special for now. Equip it. Moonwing for Ica. Plated armor. So, the Gaia Cape is technically, I think... the best armor. Sell. Yeah, I know I should probably be selling all of these. Because, like, okay, armor is useless. Goodbye, Druckfish shirt. And these are just taking up space. And these aren't like other games like Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy, where some items allow you to do special stuff with them, or they're unique. Most armors in this game can be easily just... I may keep the Berserker Mail because it's potentially good.
But most things are just sort of like, this is a straight upgrade versus really
Yeah.
a bunch of side grades or
Yeah.
challenge run scenario style stuff. Like, let's face it, if people were doing like a well, you can't really do a Fantasy 4 Fiesta style thing for this game. But
Not easily.
obviously for that style of game, like when you're playing with that sort of rule set, it does become far more important on what sort of things actually impact certain characters and roles. Because it's a question of like whether you can actually get something really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Or it's like, well, do I want to build up to the chicken knife or not?
Yeah. And that's, admittedly, like, their weapons, the reason why I haven't been selling the weapons is because some of them actually are actually really good. Like, where is... The mace hand, I think, is technically... It was... Yeah, the mace hand is worse than the dragon arm. But technically, it is still one of the best weapons that you can. But, unlike some of these, let's bring up... The swirl meringue and the tuna cutlass are the two most oddest weapons. But they are useful in certain circumstances, like the fact that we will get a weapon that will make the tuna cutlass useless. But the swirl meringue is actually still pretty good for what it does, because it will always potentially cast confusion. The reason why I kept some cannons around is because, like, some of them are... part of my brain has that thing of, like, don't sell everything, just keep it.
I mean, it's not like you have inventory restrictions.
Yeah. So, we have to leave and talk to Ryukan. I think it's either we have to leave the island... But... The factor that, like, we do get nice items that, items that basically are worth keeping around, like the swirl meringue... The tuna cutlass, I feel like, would be a bit better if it had, like, a high crit rate, but low accuracy. Like the, what was the bat from Earthbound that... Was it the Casey bat? I'm trying to remember, where it was, like... It had a 1 in 4 chance of 1 in 4 chance of hitting, and generally... If you hit, you had like an 80% chance to crit. But generally most of the time it was actually more like instead of a 1 in 8, 1 in 4 chance, it was like a let's see. Genius should never be rushed. Please come back later. Okay. So we have to leave. I may actually have to see check, because I do want to get the ship to tip-top shape. So let's check. Advice the Charismatic. Okay, brief pause here while I double check to see what I'm missing, because I swear I was able to do this earlier. Okay. Arcadia. Oh man, I sold the focus robe. Oh well. Sorry, but I'm just trying to... Sorry if I'm being saunted, but I'm just trying to make sure of things.
Are we stopping for the night?
No, I'm just looking to find something, because it's like, how do I... Because I'm trying to figure out, because, like, I swear... Okay, I'm gonna do this. Sorry, everybody, I'm just trying to double check.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Maybe... I swear... Okay, this might be... This may be maybe misremembering stuff, but... apparently, there's no upgrade to Bell's shop. I thought there was an upgrade to Bell's shop. Because, like, I swear it just extends the... like, this may be like a Dreamcast thing, but I swear, at one point, Bell asks you for, like, a donation to, like, clean stuff up, and it just extends it to about here. And then these two are behind the counter as well, but you can still talk to them. But apparently I'm wrong?
Okay.
Because, like, I've checked about 3 different places, and everybody goes, like, nope, no upgrades for the shop. I'm like, what? What? We're gonna go get into a fight real quick.
Here goes! Omega Cyclone!
And I think at this point we're going to pause on the main story, just so I can start working on getting a couple of things in place. So, let's see if that was enough, or if I have to do other things. So, since I now know that Bell doesn't upgrade the shop, that just feels, like, so weird, because, like, I feel like there should be. But we're gonna start probably working on getting Fina's ultimate weapon, which is finding almost all of the Chams and the Arabic Chams. Vice, I have finished forging the finest blade I have ever crafted. I present to you the Vorlic blade. You received the Vorlic blade. Since this blade was crafted solely for you, I customized the guard and the pommel to fit your hand. This is the finest blade that I have ever created. May it serve you well. Now that I have adequate forge, blah 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 blah. And you have technically 2 Valorium. Talk to him. It just means that you now have 1 Valorium that you have absolutely just sits in your inventory. It is not used for anything else.
Oh.
Which is kind of sad. But here's the Vorlic blade. 200, 200, whereas, the Tuna Cutlass is like, not good at all. Is like 150. And it's like, the Thunder Cutlass is pretty good, but the Vorlic blade is is the best weapon for Vice. A masterpiece for the of the legendary swordsmith Ryukan, forged of Valorium. And that is why you do not, if you have Valorium, you do not buy his sword for Vice. Unless you're an item collector. There we go. Sorted everything by that. So, by technical means, we can sell every single one of Vice's swords. There is no better sword for him. It is good to... He is good to go. But this leaves other things open. So let me now bring open... Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring up the best thing here. So... let's go collecting chams. Now, this is... I know, like, but story? It's like, yes, but I want to... This is probably the best time to do it, to be honest. Wait, why did I do that?
Because otherwise you would have to go through most of the final dungeon and then exit out before you do the final fight.
Yeah, and as a heads up, the final dungeon does contain the final cham. So... But it becomes a bit harder because... So let's double check. Probably special. We've been sitting on 6 chams this entire time. Claymore. And as a heads up, Cupel does actually have different forms depending on how you feed him the chams and the Aberic charm at cham. So, the first thing is, like, I'm not sure if I did this, but let's go back to Silver Shrine. Yes, I know that's very close to, where we're supposed to be going. But there's a cham there that I don't think we picked up. And I think the one Aberic charm that we did pick up is the only one that's just there. The other two are... one, I think, is from a fight, and the other one is from a very, very convoluted side quest that we can complete now. No, we should feed that guy Moonfish, but, we'll wait a bit. Hello, Dangrel Island. It's been so long since we've ever been here. Actually, I'm going to see equipment. I'm gonna so he was equipped with the critical vision. I'm just gonna equip the white map. Just to see if we can minimize the amount of chicanery into this area. Because where the cham is here is quite literally at the very bottom. Not there yet. Yeah, he reacts. Okay. It's reacting around there, so let's go. Okay, that's one cham down. Also, should probably... Okay. Let's see here. Keep FAQ. Okay, since he is Claymore, we have roughly 24 of the chams. Okay, so 24, that gives me an idea. But this is the easiest one I could think of. Okay. So let's double check my here. Fountain. Sick. As well. Cannon it. Esperanza. Near the waterfalls of Yafutoma, Mount Kazai. Tenko Island. Glacia at the entrance of Glacia. Close to the same one before fell. Near the machines. Okay. Alright, let's actually see what we have here. So, time to show off the purpose of the charms. So, I did mention that the charms are used to basically, since Cupil does come in multiple forms, depending on the order of how you feed him, he will change. Cupil Claymore is like if you just feed him charms. Straight up. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We have 27. Which means I am missing one. I am missing one cham from someplace. That is bad.
Because you know where the rest of the chams are, that...
And we have one Aberic cham. So... I'm gonna put them all together so we have Cham, Aberic. So the so I am missing one, and that's a problem because by this point we should have 28. Because after checking this list, the last 2 are actually in the final dungeon. Oh. Orteca. Okay. So do I have... Okay, I have a lot of Sky Sardies. Okay. So I need to head just west. Oh, yeah. Because we got the Aberic charm from the merchant that we escorted at the beginning. Mysterious. Our people eat berries and seeds. We really like to eat sky sardies, but they're harder to catch than berries and seeds. Can you please bring me 10 sky sardies? If you want sky sardies, I have 10 right here. You can have. You want? I love fish! I'd eat them every day, but they're too hard to catch. Thank you, I'm very grateful. Take this as a symbol of my appreciation. Okay, so let's get started on that other one. Because I did part of it, and it's the most annoying part of it. So first, we need to get to Esperanza. I may do the hunt for the missing cham off stream because, dear God, no, I don't want to submit people to that. That is just ungodly. So where are we? Dingle Island. I want to do a little bit more southeasterly. So we have 27 and 2. What's this one? Oh, Maroon Island. So, this one that is good. It's kind of one of those back and forth. Well, I think I have an idea what it could be. Where the missing one is, but... Ugh. So, to get the third one, this is probably the most annoying, technically the most annoying if you didn't do some prep work beforehand, and / or guide. So, remember this lass? Her story was that she ran off with a sailor who basically dumped her here, and then he went after somebody even younger. So, I heard you guys made it through the Dark Rift. I knew you'd be able to do it. I have confidence in your abilities, so I have a favor to ask of you. I would like you to listen to my story first. Many years ago, I eloped and came here with a sailor that I'd fallen in love with. But he found another woman and ran off with her. I can't believe how foolish I was to trust him. But I've accepted my fate. It's not myself that I'm worried about. It's my mother. I left her behind in Maramba. If you ever have a chance to stop by Maramba, could you visit the Cabal skewer shop? I want her to forgive her foolish daughter. And I want her to know that not a day has passed that I haven't thought of her. So, that curmudgeonly old woman that runs the kebab shop, or the skewer shop, I should say. It's a kebab. Is her mother. And welcome to the... what is considered the most... ungodly quest, if you're not prepped for it.
Why
And
does it take you across the world? Again? Twice?
It technically can. And this is why I technically kind of waited until we had the polarity.
Access to everything to make it faster.
Yes. So, and to avoid fights. So basically, pop up. We're going to go to Maramba. Because technically you can do this after finishing Yafutoma. Would I recommend doing that? No. I would not. Why would I not recommend it? Because the ability to go above and below the sky makes things so much simpler to do this quest. Does it make a lot of sense to do? Can you do it? You can. Some people have, because they want the ultimate pupil ASAP. You are a sailor, are you not? I can tell by your smell. Sailors are nothing but trouble. I had a daughter, but she fell in love with a sailor who drifted into town one day. The next thing I knew, she ran off with this good-for-nothing sailor, and left me here to run this shop by myself. I have not heard from her since. She's probably lying dead in a gutter somewhere by now. I remember you. You were that sailor who came here a little while ago. What is your wish? What? My daughter? She's still alive? Well, good for her. Not that it means anything to me anymore. She does not expect me to forgive her and take her back now, does she? She's a stupid girl. She is my daughter no more. Leave my shop. And now you can start to see where this starts getting annoying, is the factor that back, forth, back, forth, back, forth.
There is a hell worse than fetch quests.
It is backtracking. With
Well,
random.
it is repetitive backtracking.
Yeah. So, this is, so I held off on this. Now back to Esperanza! And a little more south. And yes, I'm keeping the white map on for this bit because it helps every little bit. The most annoying quests in my minds are the trading quest that begins near the beginning of the game, but you cannot do the next step until near the end of the game, and then it has you backtrack through everything backwards. Very few people do that anymore. Most of the time it's usually you start and then you'll get to the next step and then you won't until you unlock the next area. But generally the long-winded trading quest that basically this could have been easily solved if we just traded to the guy that was next to you in the town. What? You went to Maramba and spoke with my mother? What did she say? I see. I guess you can't expect her to forgive such a selfish daughter so easily. But I was telling the truth when I said that I never stopped thinking about her. And my mother isn't young anymore. I worry about her health. What can I do? That lady seemed real hard-headed, though. I wonder if there is really anything that we can do. Perhaps we can somehow prove to your mother that we haven't stopped thinking about her all these years. Prove to her? Now, if there was something we could show her, something to prove it. I know a way. There's one thing I can show her to prove it. Cabal skewers. When I was little, my mother would try and teach me her special Cabal skewer recipe. Yeah, and if I can make a Cabal skewer, and if you can make a Cabal skewer using a recipe, it'll show your mom that you haven't forgotten what she taught you. Would you mind waiting for a little bit? I'm gonna make some Cabal skewers. It's done. You can get my mother to eat this. I'm sure she'll understand how I feel. Time to head back. Now, I'm not sure if we will be able to finish this one, because I'm not sure, because... Actually, no, we should be able to. I think... We only need one thing that we'd have to go to. And that might get us close to where one of the cham that I think we're missing is. And yes, I know some people are like, but that's just such a short distance. I've heard horror stories of some people say they got into 20 fights just to do it, just doing one leg of this quest. So,
If they're going through it naturally.
if they're doing it without the, before the whole, polarity, upgrade. So, I am not risking that. Even though, like, some of those fights are going to be super easy. No.
It's just how much time is wasted.
Yeah. But it's experience. It's also inconsequential levels of experience at that time. You are persistent. I'll give you that. Is it this time? What? Wish me to taste something? But it's a cabal skewer. What? Telling me that good-for-nothing girl who ran away from home made this cabal skewer? I will not believe a shrimp fried this rice. Sorry. You expect me to believe that? Well, at least let's see what it tastes like. No, it's nothing like the cabal skewer I make. The person who made this can't be my daughter. I taught her better than this. There's an odd smell. The seasoning's bland. Worst of all, the meat is just not of the same quality. So, time to meet the part of the side quest that gets the annoying bit. So, we go back to her daughter and report it back. You brought the cabal skewer to my mother in Maramba? What did she say? Huh? She said the cabal skewer I made didn't taste the same as hers? She said it smelled funny, wasn't spiced correctly, and the quality of the meat used is different. She noticed, huh? There's no way I can duplicate my mother's cabal skewers with the ingredients in this town. I remember exactly how to cook it, but I don't have the same ingredients and spices. What should I do? Tell us what you need. We'll bring it to you. Really? That would be a great help. Here's what I need. I'll need gentum for the scent, kale for the seasoning, and cabal meat. One of these things is the most annoying thing to find without a guide. Would you bring these 3 ingredients to me? If I have these, I'll know I'll be able to make my mother's special cabal skewer. Gentum, kale, and cabal? Leave it to us. So, brief pause here. I think I remember where the Kale and Gentum is. Ah, okay. So... I don't think it's this guy, but I think... Okay, yeah. So... we technically have... we have the Kale. Because the Kale is the most annoying one because nobody gives you a general idea of where to go to get it. But we had to find Spice Island, and that's where we get the Kale. Even though Kale is technically a relative of lettuce. In real life. So that's an easy one. The other two are a bit easier to obtain. We just have to go to certain places. So, let's go get the Gentum first. That is actually gotten by going to Nesred.
Surprise.
Not Marumba. Train? Train! We have found train! This is one of the most annoying ones to try and get as a discovery.
It's another mobile one, I'm guessing.
It's another mobile one that goes across most of the map. While a rail car of similar natures currently exists in Valua, this flying train is believed to have once carried passengers between the lands of red, green, and purple moons. Although no more passengers board, the sky train carries on. I think this one, they had a reference to Galaxy Railways 999 at the very end, with the phrasing of it. So, alright, let's double check to see... Bit more north this way. Because that's it, in between the lands of red, green, and purple, which is pretty much the entire game map. If everybody's wondering what I'm doing, I think this is where the one that I missed was, but now, after feeling it, probably not. Alright, let's go get the Gentum. Which is basically over here at this guy's shop. Welcome, Vice the Charismatic. I am honored that one so noble as yourself would grace my store with his presence. What do you wish? Gentum? Of course I have some. It is 500 gold per pouch. Do you wish to purchase a bag? I'll buy it. There is no haggling like some games would do. Honestly, I thought it was like 5,000 gold, but...
Well, remember when this probably came out.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, the earliest you could do it.
Yeah. Which, even at the earliest, you would have easily 500. So, who is I'm gonna ask this of you, MPX, and see if you're gonna answer in the meantime. Who or what do you think would have good quality meat that we could easily get?
Ixataka? I don't know.
You're actually kind of close location-wise. Ready to give up?
Yeah.
Or Gordo,
Oh,
our gourmand.
he's now stationed there, I guess.
He's north of Ixataka. But Gordo would have our Cabal meat. So now I need to... Gordo's Bistro is just a little bit north. But we'll finish this up, which this should get us our 3 Averic Charms. Which I think this would put us at that location. The heck is that? You have found the Mirage Island. Lately, sailors have been reporting sightings of Sailor's Island floating around mid-ocean. They tried to get close to the island, but to no avail. Theory has it that it's a light reflected off Sailor's Island that creates a mirage of sorts. Okay. I'm getting any discoveries that I stumble upon because, quite literally, they're extra money that we can use elsewhere. Where the is your bistro? Past it. Oh, there it is. So. And this is the leg of the journey that's super hard because you kind of, quite literally, either have to go the long way around or through the Dark Rift to get back to Gordo's, and then again to...
I don't know if that's hygienic to have cakes and pig heads right beside each other.
It's not. It is 100% not. This would be a health violation in real life. Unless... And I do mean unless...
he's not run by the Valua FDA, so...
Yeah, unless that was not a real pig's head. But knowing this world,
and that wasn't real cake.
Yeah. What was that? Gentle kale and cabal, you say? I see. We're just searching for exquisite ingredients. Fortunately, we use cabal here in my restaurant. I'd be very glad to give you some. It's always best to marinate for a day or two before cooking it.
That's when it tastes best. Good cabal is very hard to come by.
Well then. And technically, Gordo is how you find the other two.
About those other two ingredients. Gentum can easily be found in Ramba. You can easily recognize the level 4th scent. Perhaps you should go to the very center of trade itself, Nasrat. You would be able to find something there. Now, what else you want to... Ah, yes, kale. The spice of trees, as it was sometimes called. Not only does it cover the stench of old meat, it adds such a wonderfully indescribable taste for it as well. But alas, I have heard rumors that kale trees have not been seen for quite some time, and and are thought to no longer exist. In the Eastern world, there is an island where they say spice trees grow. Maybe you should start your search there.
And that is the extent of your hints on where to find Spice Island. The weird part is Spice Island is actually more north than east. So, it is south, east of here. Yes, I know we're going over again. But I want to get this last Aberrant charm. And then we will go feed Cupel his vast quantities of shams. And then we will stop the stream, and then I will try and figure out where that last sham is. What? You found all 3 ingredients? Oh, here you go. Some Gentum, Kale, and Cabal. You gave Gentum, Kale, and Cabal away. Yes, this is it. With these ingredients, I'll be able to make my mother's special Cabal skewer. Just wait here. I'll make some Cabal skewers. Thanks for waiting. Would you please bring this to my mother in Maramba now? What? Received 1 mom's skewer. Actually, I just realized a way to make people try and keep their armor instead of selling stuff, and it's the most stupidest thing ever. So, remember how you mentioned in, like, Final Fantasy V, runs for 5 Fiesta?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole difference between the Brave Knife and the Chicken Knife?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you had a weapon that was basically more powerful for each individual, for each unique individual piece of armor?
Or inventory thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, I was thinking of pairing it with an armor that the more unique individual weapon you got, the more defense you got, kind of thing. Similar in the vein of, like, how many Brave Knife is how good you are at fighting versus the Chicken Knife, which how bad you are at finding a way. I mean, it's a stupid idea, and maybe somebody has tried it before. Come back. I said you were persistent, but this is ridiculous. What? You wish me to taste another cabal skewer? Alright, I'll give it. Let me taste it. I can't believe it. This tastes exactly like my cabal skewer. Your daughter says she never once forgot about the time she spent with you. She hasn't forgotten anything you ever taught her. And the proof is in that cabal skewer. She tried so hard to make it just like yours. Please, she's begging for your forgiveness. Tell her that'll taste even better if she leaves it on the fire for another 30 seconds. Huh? What do you mean by that? Are you forgiving her? Yes, you've won me over. I didn't think I could ever forgive her, but perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps I was at fault as well. And now the final leg of the trip.
So, how many times do you have to talk to each of them?
I believe 5 times each. Yeah, 4 times for the mother and 5 times for the daughter.
Well, I would say 6, because technically you had to talk to her once to find out the ingredients, and then talk to her again to give her the ingredients to test
right.
with.
True. And then I had to talk to her mother twice in order for it. It's like, So maybe it's an even 6 all the way around. Just to make sure. South, yes. This will be the final leg of the trip. I swear. Did you bring the cabal skewer to my mother in Maramba like I asked? What'd she say? She said it was almost perfect. Well, actually said you'd probably cook for about a minute longer. But the taste was perfect. She said 30 seconds. Really? I'm so happy. I'm sure my mother has forgiven me, but now... I can't thank you people enough. Please, take this. It's a token of my gratitude. And that is the final Aberic charm. If you're ever in the area, please don't hesitate to come and visit me. So, let's take a brief moment. And so, just to kind of show this off, we have 27 Aberek, 27 Cham and 3 Aberek. I'm going to bring up a chart. So, 2 Chams, Cupel Blade. Next will be an Aberek to the cannon. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Club. If we feed him another Aberek charm, we get the hammer. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and go for his best one so far. 9, 10, 11, 12. The Cupel Lance. If we keep, if we fed him an Aberek charm at the club, he will then turn into a hammer, and if we keep going, he will turn into the spike. But if we go and feed him an Aberek charm at this one, it will turn him into the pan. This is his second ultimate form. The Cupel weight. And I was wrong, it's not ultimate Cupel, it's final Cupel. Which we need to fill him with 30 Chams and 3 Abereks. Which at this point, we have got Fina a decent weapon. For now. And we'll stop right here. I'll try and set time aside to figure out where is the missing Cham. Because we should have 28 at this point in the story. And we only have 27. So now it's the most annoying part of where the fuck did I miss one? I think I have an idea, but it's more than likely either I'm wrong or I'll have to go through the entire game list.
Well, the worst case scenario might be looking through the video to figure out which ones you did get.
Yeah. That's a lot of videos to go through, by the way. I don't think that's the case, because I think it's one of those I may have missed it because of I'm missing a few things. So, thanks everybody for joining. As for our next week, we should be continuing with our abiotic streams. No clue if we'll be able to ever have more than me, MPX, and Eddie on it. It may be a bug. It may be something else entirely. We don't know, but it would be nice if it was a bug so that we could be fixing it. As such, we will, this is kind of getting to the penultimate stretch, because we've already learned the name of the final dungeon, by the way. And it can probably easily be guessed. You want to try and give it a guess, MPX? Or
Probably the continent that
Soltis?
sank to the... Yes.
Yes, it is Soltis. So we are we've got maybe not 20 hours or 10 hours as you said, but closer to about like 3 or 4 hours left, to be honest.
Well, that's if you actually go straight to to the end.
That if I go straight. I'll do a bit more research, but at the same time, I'll also be looking into other games to follow up from this and see what we... Man, I am Irby. What to do. It may be a bit more actiony this time. I may actually follow Eric Fox's suggestion of quite literally doing Arceus. Not sure how I'm going to back up my save on that, because I think the Arceus is a one save game, I think. Not sure. I may do something else entirely. But, thanks everyone for joining. We may have a new podcast soon, I'm not sure. But, if you liked what you saw, best way to support us is spread the word. If you prefer a much more direct method, there's always the sub points here or our Patreon. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube, as well as our podcasts do have more recently have a visual element to them. But if you prefer more like listening while working out and stuff, we do have traditional methods like Google, Apple, Spotify for the podcast sections. But thanks everyone for joining, and we hope to see you next week. Bye, everybody!